Okay, people, I'm back for another requested video, and this video is on Tyzion Harris. Okay, he was only 18 years old when he was killed. This is back in 2019 in Richmond, California. Now, the incident goes where he was sitting in the car with two other guys. One was his brother and the other was a friend. And somebody, either they don't know if they drove by or if they walked by, okay, and shot up the car, killing him and the friend and putting his brother in serious condition. However, the brother survived, okay. I was looking for the brother on the internet, but I haven't gotten anything relevant that came up about his brother. So either he's not on the internet, or maybe out of fear, he's going by a different name. Okay, that's okay. So, to my understanding, they had arrested two suspects regarding this, okay? But that's it. There's no more information. There's nothing about anybody being charged with the murder or anything, okay? So we're going to do a cold reading, okay? Because usually it's a cold reading when it's a request, because I don't know these people from a can of paint, okay? May he rest in peace. So as far as I'm concerned, it is a cold case, okay? So we're going to use the gold deck, and we're going to use the true crime, okay? If something else comes to mind, I'll use it. But right now, this is what we're going to go with. Oh, let me smudge my area. I don't need to smudge the cards, but I didn't smudge my area. Yeah, this is... it's really a sad thing. Now, the thing about it was, they said it was his brother. In other articles I read, I noticed they wouldn't say who the third person was. But I did read, okay, I got it. When I first get to something, I got to screenshot it or something. Because when I go back to get it, I can't find it. And and everything's like a hush-hush all of a sudden, okay? So anyway, the guy, the other guy, now, Tyzion, I don't know how he pronounces his name, but Tyzion, okay, was only 18 at the time. But the guy, his friend who was sitting in the car with him, he was like 30, 32 years old. And the first thing that came to my mind was the age difference, okay? That's usually not somebody you kick it with, on the age difference. I mean, he's almost twice their age. So that just crossed my mind. It could mean something. It may mean nothing, okay? There was a vehicle that was spotted on camera from one of those security cameras from the neighbors, because this is a residential neighborhood, I believe, okay? Broad daylight, like 3-something in the afternoon, okay? And I haven't heard anything else about it since, okay? So let's look into it. Let's dive in. Can you tell us, what do you want us to know? Let me see if I can try to get in as much. I have stuff here that I believe blocks me. Okay, that's about as much as I can get. Okay, about Tyzion Harris, okay, who was shot and killed on October 3rd. Was it October 3rd, 2019? Let me make sure. Now, why I gotta, yeah, it was the 3rd of October, 2019. And they were dead on the scene. When the police, apparently they got something, some little gadget, I forgot what it's called, but they posted up in different areas, okay, I guess high crime areas, and if there's gunshots, this device will signal or call the police, telling there was gunshots in this area. Okay, and that's what happened. When the police came, they found two people, they found three people shot. The two gentlemen were laying out in the street. No, they were all in the car. But the helicopter above said they were covered up in the street. But anyway, they found two, they were already dead, and then they rushed the other guy by helicopter to the hospital, okay? And I do believe he recovered. It said nothing else about his recovery, who he was. They just said a third person was seriously injured, okay? So what do you want us to know about this incident? What can you tell us about this killing? They believe it was gang-related, okay? They believe it was gang-related. I don't know. These gentlemen, matter of fact, this was Tyzion. He went by the name of Gman LuLt, with an L-U, not an L-I, but L-U-L, okay? LuLt of Richmond. Apparently, he was an up-and-coming rapper, and he died young. Really young. Okay, so what do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. At the bottom of this reading, we have the Three of Swords, okay? And this right here looks like betrayal. Yeah, I get the sense betrayal, okay? Heartbroken for the parents, okay? And betrayed for the ones who were shot, okay? So this may have been somebody they knew that set them up or whatever, okay? But this was betrayal. And we have the moon. So we have some secrets going on. Somebody knows something. Somebody knows something, okay? And we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, okay? She's mad. This is a younger individual, okay? She's mad, and she may be the one, but she's not facing this card, okay? So I don't know if she knows something about it or what, okay? But yeah. And we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, okay? So this is somebody who tends to rush in, but this time, okay, they're at a standstill. Okay. We have the World, and this is in reverse. So this case is not over. It's not over. Okay. We have some news coming out with the Eight of Wands. We have some news coming out. And quickly. So there may be some developments on this case, or maybe they'll readdress it and make a plea, another plea to the public. Somebody is holding on to something with the Four of Cups. I mean, the Four of Coins, okay? And this is right underneath the moon. So they are holding on to some secrets. Oh, yeah. Somebody's holding on to some secrets. We have the Knight of Wands, okay? And this Knight of Wands is going underneath the Queen of Cups, who's pissed, okay, and ready for action. Ready for action, okay? But they're holding on to something. They're facing this Four Cups, okay? They may be ready to tell. We have the Seven of Wands, okay, in reverse, okay? So there is going to be an admission. Somebody's going to confess. Whether they confess that they did it or they confess that they know something, I do believe somebody is going to confess. Girl, if you don't get out of here, you're coming in here all this time. We have the King of Cups in reverse, okay? Now, this is emotionally immature masculine energy, okay? Now, that could just be the energy, or that could be a man, okay? He's pissed as well, okay? So this is a younger individual, and this is right underneath the World card. So instead of the girl coming to confess, it may just be a man. Because he's under the World card. It's not over. Yeah, this was planned, okay? This was planned, or there is a plan. It goes right under the Eight of Wands. Yeah. Interesting. We have the Star card in reverse, okay? So the lights are going down. The lights are going down. Interesting. We have the Seven of Cups. That's delusion, but it's in reverse. So there's some, okay, and this is going on this Queen of Cups. There's some clarity here. Okay. There's some clarity on the poor choices that this person has made. Okay. And they're recognizing it. We have the Queen of Swords. And she's coming in with the truth. Coming in with the truth. Now, I don't know if this is another female or this is the same female as the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Okay. She's mad. She wants to get some action. She's having clarity. Okay. And the guy, the immature Knight of Swords, okay, he wants to tell. He wants to come right as well. So there's some people out there that know what happened. And I think their conscience is starting to get to them. The older they get and they get that clarity, okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Now, this right here has to do with Well, it's supposed to be a happy family, but it's a sad family. But it also, okay, represents, I want to say, a tower moment. Okay, there's some type of catastrophe, unexpected changes, financial disaster. Okay, that makes me wonder what kind of betrayal. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so they're feeling trapped. They don't know which way to go. There's fear, there's terror, okay? Their world is falling apart. They've been silenced and they're feeling helpless and powerless. We have the Six of Pentacles that has to do with the give and take, okay? And this is underneath the Star card in reverse. So there may be somebody coming to help. Somebody coming to help. Help is on the way. We have the Page of Cups. Yeah, there's going to be some news. Okay? There's going to be some news. Yeah, with this clarity, we got the Page of Cups right underneath the delusional card that's in reverse. So there's the clarity and there's going to be some news. Yeah, and they're going to get help. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay? So somebody is going to get their karma. The truth is going to bring karma. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse usually represents bad luck, disorder, okay, disruption, okay. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So there's going to be an overpouring of emotions, okay? And then we have the Two of Wands. So somebody is making plans, and that goes here, okay? They feel that they're tied up, they feel trapped. They're making plans, okay, to leave. Now that doesn't mean they're gonna leave, but it does represent that they want to leave, okay? And they want to leave somewhere else, okay? They want to go somewhere else. I am just getting this funny feeling that I think it was the rapper guy. They're saying that the older victim, okay, who I said was 32, was in the wrong place at the wrong time, okay? That may be so. But yeah, I think the rapper guy, Tyzion, might have been the target. And he was betrayed. I don't know who he was betrayed by, but I have a feeling that it's somebody he knows. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a family member, okay? And it may be a family member he was betrayed by, and they may have given away his location. Maybe they didn't think it was a big deal, okay? Or they didn't think that somebody was going to do this to him, okay? At that same time, okay, oh, I just lost that thought. Oh, I just lost that. At that same time, okay, they've been holding on to this secret, and it has been messing with them. It has been messing with them for these years, okay? And it could be something as simple as, I told so-and-so where he was, okay? Maybe so-and-so threatened the person. I don't know. This is all alleged. I'm just creating a story, okay, of a possibility that could have happened. But at the same time, okay, the cards, I'm reading my intuition, but I'm just wondering who the betrayal could be. And I'm just getting a feeling it's somebody close to him, okay? Right. So, what do you want to tell us about the murder of Tyzion Harris in Richmond, California on October 3rd around 3:45 in the afternoon? What do you want us to know? Okay? They were sitting in the car, minding their business, him, his brother, and another gentleman, and somebody came by and shot him up. Killed 2 and seriously injured 1. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. We have hotel motel. I don't know what that has to play in it. Okay. Remember they said that there was a meeting right here. I told you it was planned. Maybe it was at the hotel motel. Something involving water. Something involving water and fraud. A wooded area. That could be where evidence was hidden or thrown. Okay. Assassination, pretty much. There will be justice. Somebody's ego might be in the way, slowing things down. Or maybe this crime, this betrayal, had something to do with somebody's ego. Somebody's ego was bruised or something like that. That resulted in death. Okay? Dismemberment. Okay? Now, I'm also taking this because I get this card a lot. Okay? But now I'm thinking it's the breaking up. Okay? It may have broke up the family. Because, you know, some families, when the child is murdered, it usually ends in divorce for the parents. I don't know if they're still together. Maybe there was some rivalry between the siblings, okay, that we don't know about. But, yeah. Outer space. Outer space. Either they were high or, because this is my high card, but it also could be something foreign, something, somebody that they don't know. Maybe. Ooh, dating. Ooh. We got a serial killer. Now, this comes up a lot in these crimes, okay? And that tells me that this is not the first murder. This is not the first time they've done some mess like this. And there's a lot of these walking around. You don't know it, but there's a lot of them, okay? And then all the lies. The lies, the betrayal. Okay? And they're trying to bury those lies. Trying to bury those lies. They may have some evidence buried as well. It was an inside job, meaning, okay, like I said, he was betrayed by somebody he knew. An accident, okay. Now, like I said, it was an inside job, somebody he knew, and somebody may have accidentally given information that they didn't know was going to lead to this. They know they gave the information. They know that because they gave that information, that this person, these two people, lives were ended. We have a female. Says dating. So there may be a female involved, okay? There was surveillance, okay? They did have surveillance, but they said the surveillance on the house they got the video off of only showed a vehicle going past. It didn't show, they didn't have surveillance that showed anybody driving by or walking past or getting out of a vehicle and shooting them. They just have the surveillance of a car, and I think it was an SUV driving by, okay, at the time that happened. We have spouse, partner. So that's what I'm saying. It keeps coming up that somebody, okay, we got party. Maybe somebody he met at a party, okay, he hooked up with. Maybe unintentionally divulged the information or location where he was or what, okay. Power supply. This card comes up a lot too. Oh, phone tower. Phone tower. I keep getting this and I'm like, what in the world? Okay, I wonder, was this a phone tower? And like I said, that's with the cards, somebody, they feel trapped. They feel tied up, trapped, okay, for whatever reason. Maybe they being threatened, okay. Maybe there's shame, and okay. We got perversion, okay. Now, this perversion could also go with the serial killer, okay. He has some type of a perversion. And somebody that's going around killing people and has done it before, yeah, they got some kind of perversion going on. And there's a secret. Told you with that moon card, okay? Somebody's holding on to the secret. And it's involving money. Or somebody could have been paid money. There was a cleanup. I believe the cleanup was the evidence, okay? and they took off running. So this person may have been on foot. And this has to do starting from the home. And a lot of times, okay, the parents, they're either in denial or they don't really want to admit things that were going on in the home. Okay, maybe they overheard conversation and him talking mess to somebody else and woo 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 woo, and don't really want to say. Okay, you'd be surprised. Okay, yep, there we go. The home and the neighborhood. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that so I can get this video up and out. But somebody is definitely holding secrets in this case. It says that there will be a breakthrough. Somebody's going to be arrested. And I don't know how soon they'll be arrested, but there's supposed to be some information that comes out about this. So don't be surprised if you hear something between now and the end of this year about this case, okay, on Gman, LuLt. Okay? Stay blessed.